Hey, this is my F82 single turbo M4 six-speed manual competition. I just want to talk about my single turbo process and getting it going and problems I had, and I just hope it helps other people and so they don't make the same mistakes as I do. And just to give a little bit of little knowledge I have on these and getting it together. I mean, mostly it just takes a lot of money, so so that'll get you. But to start off, I have a Go Fast Bits boost controller. That vibrating sound is the solenoid that vibrates that comes with these to let you know that it's on and that it's working. It has, I think, like 5 different settings for boost, and so you can change them up for whatever you're doing: ethanol, regular gas, pump gas, whatever. It's a pretty good little boost controller, but I just feel like it's outdated for this type of car, and it just, maybe not outdated, but I would like it to work autonomously and more adjust itself for the flex fuel setup I have with this. So if I had to do it over again, I would get motive reflex boost control system. I think it does more than just boost control, obviously, but it can adjust your boost per ethanol content and adjust timing, so on the fly, which I think is safer than just trying to figure out kind of what works per ethanol content with your boost controller. Obviously that can lead to mistakes. Foreign motorsports kit, V1. Had a few issues, fitment issues I should say, mostly with just the charge pipes. I'm sure that's all sorted in the newer versions. Mike at 4N was actually super helpful. I bought this kit. I mean, he's a good dude. At least he helps you out and answers all your dumb questions. But V1 kit, can't really fault him. You know, people make mistakes, but overall it's worked pretty good. So the only issues I had is with horsepower bar in the shop I took it to get it installed at. Made this custom heat shield. They had to fab up the pipes a little differently and change the angle because it was headed straight down to the manifold and to sit on the manifold, and with this boot like that, it's not ideal because it will melt that boot and maybe catch your car on fire. I don't know. They welded up this bung here for my my catch can, and yeah, it's a pretty cool little setup. CSF charge cooler, EU5 injectors, so you can get a higher volume of E85 in there, and then MHD flex fuel kit that goes into the tank, 4-pin crank hub, basic setup pretty much. The only issue I had is with tuners. First tuner I had, supposedly, I guess fastest F80 in the world, record, like blah blah blah. Dude does not give a fuck about his customers. Huge waste of my time, like 4 or 5 months wasted my time. Started in July, pretty much only got 2 revisions the whole time. Didn't listen to my request. Pretty much wanted a 600 horsepower car. I could just drive fast on the weekends, take across country. I'm not trying to win race wars on Fast and Furious. I'm just trying to have some fun on the weekend and have a cool car. And just want to hear cool boost noises. That's about it. Yeah, one of these motors is like 10 grand used, so I don't want to buy a new one either. So, but The dude didn't listen to any of my requests, wouldn't answer any of my dumb questions. Granted, they were dumb, but still, you gotta help a guy out. Paying you $1,200 to tune my car. It's not too hard to answer a few questions that you probably already know the answer to, and they're basic questions. 2 revisions within like 2 months. Sucked ass. Granted, I had a few issues on my part, but minor, and they were all fixed. And then dude ghosted me for like over 2 months. Other problem is I had that he just pretty much wanted me to turn the boost up in this car right away, right after I specifically asked that this only be a 600 horsepower car. I had issues with him. I have a ton of emails that I could show back and forth of him just giving me shitty customer service and pretty much just cranking this thing up right away and not giving 2 fucks whether I blow it or not. And ghosted me for like 2 months. Seen him on Instagram, posting on Instagram, all this shit all the time, you know. He wasn't dead or nothing, but he finally responded with some bullshit ass email back like 2.5 months later, and it's like October, and in North Dakota we have like 6 months of fucking winter. So I was pretty pissed because it was about fucking winter time. Snow on the ground, can't drive, that type of shit. So my season's over. And just gives me some bullshit like, I don't know what you want me to do, and blah blah blah, your car's already at 650. Like, yeah, 2 revisions for a single turbo and your car's at 650 and your injectors are at max capacity basically. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's not what I wanted. I told you I wanted reliability out of this. I told you that I just want a fun little weekend car. I didn't want this thing boosted to the moon. And yeah, so I just basically told him fuck off and that he wasted my time and did charge back on him. Only got 2 revisions for over 5 months, and I've done tuning on this car before with just E85 on the twins with Kerry Jordan. We did much more revisions than that, so I know it takes a lot more than what he gave me, and just poor customer service, and I just didn't enjoy that experience. Big waste of my time. So I went with Wedge Performance. Steven, so far, really good, responsive. Car's in here for the spring. I have no issues with them. I could tell by driving it, it's not super cranked up off the bat. He does what I request. Doesn't leave stupid burbles in his tune that think that sounds like you're doing a drive-by everywhere you go. But that's just a few issues I've had with this. Overall, your probably biggest issue with single turbo swaps on these cars is money, because these things take a lot of fucking money to make this way, but it's well worth it. Boost just like you got twins, real fast. Really no issues. It sounds cool. Head turner. Yeah, that's about all I have. I hope that helps somebody. Sorry if I rambled on forever and I say a lot, but just a lot of things to think about, I guess. A lot of bullshit, a lot of issues, a lot of wasted time. And hopefully that helps somebody, because there's not too much info on the internet, and I just hope to help the average guy. Alright, thanks.